Hey guys, welcome to Movement Monday. Today I have a really quick mini movement break for you that's going to help you safely strengthen your pelvic floor. Now the key with Kegels is to be sure that you fully relax after each contraction. We're going to do a few Kegels and a few moves that also strengthen the whole lower part of the core and are really going to get you a great pelvic floor and hip workout all in one. So let's get started. Begin lying down on your back with your feet together and your knees flopped apart. We're going to begin with butterfly bridges. So as you lift your bottom off the floor, your knees come together. Again, lift your bottom off the floor and your knees come together. Exhale as you lift your bottom off the floor and bring your knees together. This really activates the inner thigh muscles, the hip rotators, and your pelvic floor. And it's great if you have prolapse. So definitely squeeze those knees together and exhale every time you come up and keep going. We're doing about 20 of these total. So keep going with your breathing and squeezing those inner thighs together as you lift your bottom off the ground. Nice job. Hold that last one and then roll it down. Hug the knees to the chest and then roll to your side and push up into a froggy position or a deep squat. So this is the frog position. Your heels are together, toes are apart, holding that position. Or you can try the deep yogic squat. So for this, your feet are wide, your toes can point slightly out, and you sit your bum down. Now you can be up on a block. Your bottom can be supported on a block or a rolled up yoga mat. And if needed, your heels can also be lifted off the ground. Just kind of ease your way into this, but be sure that your chest is lifted, your heart is lifted, your spine is as straight as possible, and you are feeling relaxed and open in the pelvic floor. Now, I'm going to show you a modification for prolapse. If that feels too opening for the pelvic floor and you have prolapse, you can come onto your forearms with your bum up in the air, hips over your knees. So as shown. Now, whether you are in the froggy squat, the deep squat stretch, or this modified position for prolapse, I want you to do some Kegels. When you squeeze and lift your pelvic floor muscles, I want you to envision a rosebud coming into a tight little bud. So squeeze and lift, pulling gently inward and toward your head with your pelvic floor. Then relax fully, imagining that rosebud opening. So if you're in that modified prolapse position, your rose is opening toward the back wall. If you are in your deep squat position, your rose bud comes inward and upward, and your rose that's opening as you relax comes downward and outward. One more time, let's picture the rosebud as you squeeze and lift your pelvic floor toward your head, and then the rose in full bloom, either shining toward the back of the room if you're in that modified position, or shining down toward the floor if you're in the deep squat. All right, carefully come out of that position and just relax for a brief moment. And we're gonna move into a really neat, energizing breath exercise that integrates your pelvic floor and your abs, your abdominals, as you breathe. So it's called Kapalabhati breathing, breath of fire, and I'm showing it now. You're going to inhale, let your belly expand, and then as you exhale, quickly and sharply, you pull your belly button toward your spine. So short, sharp exhales, lifting your pelvic floor and pulling your belly button toward your spine every time you exhale. So you're not really thinking about the inhales, it's really just focusing on the short, sharp exhales. Take a little break. That is a really energizing and stimulating breath and so good for your deep core. Again, as you exhale, you lift your pelvic floor and pull your abdominal muscles in and up. Short, sharp exhales. Keep going. Heating up your core, warming things up, and take a deep breath. Okay, We are going to come next into a downward dog position. You can have your knees bent or straight, depending on what's comfortable for you, and just take a nice exhale. We are going to move into lion's breath. This one is silly. Bear with me. You're going to open your mouth wide, stick out your tongue. I know, it's just so goopy, but it's an amazing way to engage your pelvic floor and your core. Breathe in and then lion's breath. Exhale. Feel the pelvic floor lift and the belly pull in every time you exhale. Again, feel the pelvic floor lift and your belly pull in as you exhale with that lion's breath. Tongue sticking out. And go ahead and sit back. That's a really neat thing that you can do during the day, and it's just a great way to integrate your breathing diaphragm, your abdominal muscles, and your pelvic floor all in one move. We're going to finish up this very quick routine with 5 more butterfly bridges. So just finish up 5 butterfly bridges and you are done. That was a quick, awesome way to really strengthen in a safe way your pelvic floor and really your entire core. I hope you enjoyed that quick pelvic floor strengthener. This is something that you can do once or even twice a day. Just be sure that you always remember to fully release between each pelvic floor muscle contraction. Thank you for watching, and remember, if you want to have more free videos every week, subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can also check out my book, Lady Bits, on Amazon.com, and definitely head on over to my website, FemFusionFitness.com, and see more ways that we can connect. Remember, eat clean, move every day, and you will shine brighter.